Welcome to Tennis Talk, ladies and gentlemen. It is August 3rd, 2026. We're going to be talking about SummerSlam Night 1 and Night 2 in one video. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I thought that would be more easier to do than just make a whole bunch of videos on the weekend when I could enjoy myself to watch some SummerSlam. We did get two returns, ladies and gentlemen. Two big returns. And we got new champions, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we will find out who will win the interim women's champion. So it's always going to be a new champion there because it's an interim and the real champion is not in the match. So yeah, and we heard about the Human Monies match. We saw Nick Aldis in action against Gunther. In the aftermath of that match, what happened and why is Nick gone from WWE, or is he back in the WWE? Is he wrestling again? I would tell you guys more when we get to his match. To start off night one, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Women's World Championship match. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. I thought it was a pretty decent match. Io Sky and Liv Morgan, great in the ring. I enjoyed it. But the winner of that match, because of a little help of the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, I don't like those two. But, ladies and gentlemen, Liv Morgan gets the win and she retains the Women's World Championship. We have LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys versus the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso in a six-man tag team match. But, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. There was some hot spots, some good spots there. But everybody thought, will Solo actually work well with LA Knight and Royce Keys? People thought he's going to turn heel and join the Bloodline. But ladies and gentlemen, he did it. He did all the things he did. It was a great showing, but ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was LA Knight's team getting the win. And you saw Royce Keys giving this guy high fives, but it didn't look like LA Knight wants to give Solo high fives because Solo got the win for the team. And then they finally high five and they hug it out. Ladies and gentlemen, LA Knight and Solo is best friends now. Oh boy. We have Gunther versus Nick Aldis. It was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. Nick Aldis, you say you don't know if you could still do it after the 3 years because you haven't been wrestling. You've been general manager for 3 years. Dude, you were doing a hell of a job. You did a good job as a wrestler. But you didn't win the match, but he did a hell of a job, man. But ladies and gentlemen, Gunther wins the match, and ladies and gentlemen, at the post show, Nick Aldis gave his 2 weeks notice to Triple H because he says he's a man of his word. He's not a general manager anymore. He's not going to be a wrestler. He gives him the 2 weeks notice. Triple H says, I'm happy with what you did. You did what you said you would do. Be a man. And Gunther got pusher buttons and buttons and buttons. And you took care of it as a man. And he says, As for that, he rips up the 2 weeks notice and reinstated Nick Aldis as the SmackDown general manager. Nick Aldis is not leaving, but a lot of people is upset that he's not a wrestler. For me, I don't think he could do this full time. He is getting older, right? He's getting older. There's a lot of wrestlers that says, oh, I can't do this when I'm this old. So maybe that's why. Maybe one match is good for Nick Aldis. It could happen again, you don't know. But right now, I don't think he could do a full time. He wrestled in front of his wife. He wrestled in front of his son. And he wrestled in his very first match in the WWE. And it was on the biggest stage of SummerSlam. And he did a hell of a job. So the guy doesn't have to be upset that he's not a wrestler. He's still part of WWE. He's still in the WWE family. So why would that be a problem? He did a hell of a job, and he's still going to be part of WWE. I could see Mickie James coming back. She got shown on the TV as well. She didn't get involved in the match, because why would she get involved? That would be stupid. But why would they show Mickie James? Maybe she will come back. You don't know that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Paula Haley, and Laney Reed versus the Bella Twins, Nikki Bella and Paige. It was a pretty okay match. It was pretty okay. It was kind of a little sloppy. Maybe because Nikki Bella just came back in her first match back. It was in SummerSlam. A big match like this. Didn't really care for it, but the winner of that match was a Fatal Influence. And after the match, it looked like Paige was about to have her last match. People are saying, thank you, Paige. And it looks like Paige was saying goodbye. But after she done hugging the Bella Twins, Nikki Bella attacked Paige. Turning heel, they attacked Paige. Brie Bella didn't do much because she has an injury. She had a shoulder injury, so we're hoping that she's not that bad and she could still wrestle because it's part of the rivalry. And it sounds like it might be Paige and AJ Lee maybe. This is the Bella Twins rematch from WrestleMania 31, I believe, when they had that tag team match. So that's interesting. And ladies and gentlemen, we have CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. We thought this would be the main event, but the Hell in a Cell match was the main event. It was a pretty decent match. My dog is playing a squeaky toy, so I'm going to try to talk louder. But it was a pretty decent match. But ladies and gentlemen, they knocked out the referee during the match, and Cody was about to win. He did a crossroads. He was about to win, but CM Punk rolled out the ring. And then here comes Randy Orton coming out and RKO's Cody Rhodes and cost him the WWE Championship. CM Punk with the GTS and got the 1, 2, 3 and retains the WWE Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar, a Hell in a Cell match. These guys did everything. They broke tables. They had weapons. They had chairs. At the end of the match, almost at the end of the match, Brock Lesnar couldn't keep Oba down. He did F5. He did F5 multiple times. He wouldn't stay down. He wouldn't stay down for a count to 3. So Brock Lesnar had to do more dangerous things. He ripped up the ring campus, the ring, and then they exposed the wood boards. And then he did a 2-stomp on those boards onto Oba Femi. He got the 1, 2, no! Still a 2 count after a 2-stomp on wood. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Oba Femi reversed, did his fall of grace, and the winner of that match was Oba Femi. And ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar passed the torch, saying this is your next big thing. He was on the microphone. He says this is the future of the WWE. Well, that's night 1. Night 2 was interesting. Because, ladies and gentlemen, somebody returned from injury. We thought he would never come back. We seen him on WWE's social media. He was on panels. He was doing a lot. He was in the 2K26 rating reveal thing. He was doing a lot, but he couldn't wrestle that time. Hey, my puppy. Hey, my puppy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we were supposed to have a no one contenders match, singles match between Finn Balor and Sami Zayn, but Nick Aldis comes out and he told everybody, I got reinstated as the SmackDown General Manager. He says, I want to make this a fatal 4-way match, or a triple threat match first. And he says he's going to add somebody into this match, and he added Gunther. Why? I have no idea. Gunther lost at Saturday Night's Main Event, and the stipulation was he will not be in the match. Well, that's for the WWE Championship match, not the No One Contenders match. When Gunther got in the ring and we're about to start the match, Nick Aldis says, I said I was going to add people, but he says, I'm not going to just add one person. He wants to make this a fatal 4-way match, and we need one more person. And that one more person was the returning of a neck injury. His name is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens makes his return and has his first match back in the WWE after a year in a fatal 4-way match for the No One Contendership. And if he wins, he will be facing CM Punk for the WWE title. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent fatal 4-way match between Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, Gunther, and Kevin Owens. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match and your new #1 contender to the WWE Championship, his name is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens will be the #1 contender to the championship. We have Baron Corbin versus Trick Williams. Why did I say Mello? I was about to say Mello. Well, Lil Yachty for the United States Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, it was an okay match. It was okay. But at the end, some reason Trick Williams brought out a table. I don't know why, but he brought out a table. I thought there was disqualification in the match. But he brought a table in the ring. To outside the ring. And then Lil Yachty got himself involved. And then Trick Williams accidentally knocked Lil Yachty into the table. He got distracted. And at the end, we got the end of days. And a new WWE United States Champion, Baron Corbin. We have Chelsea Green versus Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Lash Legend, and Tiffany Stratton 5-way ladder match for the interim WWE Women's Championship. These ladies they destroy each other. Tiffany did a nasty drop. She got like a choke bomb off the turnbuckle. And the ladder was like in between the turnbuckle, where I think the middle and the top, and Lash Legend and Tiffany was on top of the turnbuckle, and below them was the ladder. So Lash Legend did a double-handed choke slam onto Tiffany Stratton, and Tiffany Stratton's spine hit that ladder. You could hear her scream in pain. Oh my God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match, but at the end, Chelsea Green was knocked out, hanging off of this ladder, and you saw Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill fighting it out. They knock each other out off the ladder, and ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea Green climbed the ladder, and we have a new interim women's champion, and her name is Chelsea Green. Everybody's happy. Well, I didn't really care for this match because it didn't really mean anything for me. Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio for the Human Monies on a pole match. Of course, JD got himself involved, the Mini-Housens got involved, and Joe Hendry got involved. The winner of that match was Danhausen. A lot of things happened, but nothing really big happened. I thought we were going to get another return. We have Chad Gable versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. This is Chad Gable's, if he wins, this is his first singles championship in his hometown. But it looked like during this match he hurt his shoulder. So it's hard for him to use the shoulder, and Penta was attacking the shoulder a million times. But ladies and gentlemen, Penta was about to do a Mexican Destroyer, but he got reversed with an ankle lock. He grabbed the rope, but he touched the rope. I guess that doesn't count. He has to grab the rope. He touched the rope, but Chad Gable pulled him away, and then he crossed his legs on the leg onto a Penta to make him way worse on the ankle lock. And when he did that, Penta tapped really bad, and we have a new Intercontinental Champion. His name is Chad Gable, and he celebrated with his family. I guess his mom and dad, his wife, and his kids. And the mascot of Mug, the root beer dog. Not my dog. My dog does. I think it's a pit bull. My dog is not a pit bull. I would not have a. Is it pit bull or British bulldog? I think it was a bulldog, not British bulldog, but it's a bulldog. Doesn't have a cute face, and he slobbers a lot. So no, thank you. We have our main event, ladies and gentlemen, to end this whole Shield rivalry in the past decades since Seth Rollins hit Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns with a steel chair. And ladies and gentlemen, it was an awesome match, back and forth. Even the referee let these guys use weapons. They fought in the audience. These guys did everything they could. They even used Dean Ambrose moveset. They did that clothesline thing, and Roman Reigns did the dirty deeds. Crazy. They actually bring up Dean Ambrose. Ladies and gentlemen, it was an awesome match, but the winner of the match, and still your world heavyweight champion, Roman Reigns. They were trying to do this steel chair scene like they did years ago, because they knocked out the ref. Ref got a nasty spear on him, but Seth Rollins saw the referee was gone, so he grabbed the chair and was about to hit Roman Reigns in the back with it. Roman reversed it, but now he gets the chair. And then he was about to hit Seth Rollins in the back, but he did not want to do that. He throws the chair outside the ring, and he says, we're going to end this like men. And that's what they did. They fought, and Roman Reigns retains the World Heavyweight Championship. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins was sitting in the corner because they know it's over. Their heated rivalry is over. No more. And ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns got up, and he did his fist pump. The Shield fist pump. Excuse me, you want to do it with me? No, you just want to bite my hand. I'm trying to do something. He did a Shield fist pump, waiting for Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins had a mask during his entrance. Can you not bite my arm? I'm trying to do something. He has the mask that they wore as a Shield back then. They had this face mask. Before the whole COVID thing happened, they were having this face mask on their face. I'm not trying to do you can't see me, but they had the face mask. And Seth Rollins had a white one, because they had a black and white one during their entrance as a Shield. So Seth Rollins puts that mask in between them, in the middle of the ring, and he did this Shield fist pump to end the show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty awesome match, pretty great show. I enjoyed it. We still have SummerSlam after SummerSlam Raw, because Big Cass makes his return tonight. We don't know, is Enzo coming? Will they do the same thing they did with Kevin Owens? Because I think they know that when people hear Enzo Amore's catchphrase that he does in the beginning of his entrance with Big Cass, that thing is going to get a big, huge pop. Just like Kevin Owens. We didn't know about Kevin Owens. And he showed up, and there's a big, giant pop by the fans. And I think that's what they want with Enzo when if he shows up. If he shows up, that's going to be a huge pop for the WWE. I think WWE just want to hear the fans go nuts of the people that they bring back. Remember when Triple H was when he first started as the CEO, not CEO, the creative the boss, and he brought all these other old school guys that was in WWE before, like the OC, Braun Strowman, I forgot who else. But there was a whole bunch of other guys. And all of those guys got released. And I guess he's bringing another batch to see will the fans invest, will the fans will enjoy. And people are... I like Baron Corbin. He did a hell of a job in MLW. I didn't watch it, but it sounds like he was one of the dominant guys. And the former tag team champion with Dijak. My prediction, if Dijak's contract is done, I would like to see Dijak come back to WWE, team up with Baron Corbin, like they did in MLW. They don't even have to call themselves Skyscrapers, but I would like to see them be a tag team in the WWE on Friday Night SmackDown. That would be a great tag team to see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on the post-show of SummerSlam, Kevin Owens did mention a AEW superstar, a Rebel. He says she never wrestled here, but she is going through ALS. It's a disease that she's dealing with. If you guys seen AEW do it a lot of times, but they're doing this ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. We saw a whole bunch of AEW superstars doing it, celebrities doing it. I don't know about WWE superstars. I haven't seen them do it yet. But he did talk about that, tribute to her, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm surprised he's allowed to say that, because I think she's still contracted to AEW, and he's allowed to bring up an AEW superstar. Well, they brought up Jon Moxley, a.k.a. Dean Ambrose, when they did their moves in the main event of SummerSlam. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I thought it was a pretty decent, great SummerSlam. This is what I don't understand. People say WWE matches are dumb, but AEW has great matches, right? They have great matches. I can't say they don't. They have great matches. They're back and forth, keep going every time. But WWE's matches has a story to it. The AEW's mega main event for All In is Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. There's a little story in there. But with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, that's been a decade storytelling. Podcast, what are you doing? That's a storytelling, and you need a story when you make matches, especially if it's your biggest pay-per-view. For AEW, it's All In or Double or Nothing. WWE needs a story for WrestleMania and SummerSlam. You need those big stories. Because sometimes when AEW does matches, they just put random people in the match. Nobody won and no one gets contendership. Nobody attack anyone. They get a title shot. Like, it's kind of weird. Like Young Bucks. The match that they had with Death Riders at Redemption, it wasn't a no one contenders match. And they get a tag team title shot. There's no story there. They never had a problem with Adam Copeland or Christian Cage. They never had a problem. What kind of story we have here? And now they have a sit down. Because, oh, you guys are legends. You're my heroes. And now I have to beat up my heroes. We need story, guys. We need stories. It's your top show, man. Most of all these matches in SummerSlam had story in it. There's some matches that didn't have a story, and they're building up a story with Baron Corbin and Trick Williams. But guess what? Baron Corbin and Trick Williams had a match before in NXT. They know each other. They've been having matches. There is a story. You always have to have stories. AEW has great matches, but WWE has great storytelling. Yeah, some of them not that great, but when they're top big guys like Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk had a story as well. They were part of AEW. They can't bring that in there, but they could say that, oh, they both were in a different company and never face each other. Now they're going to face each other in WWE. They had a story. Every main event of SummerSlam had a story. Every World Championship had a story. Everybody wanted Chelsea Green to win the Women's Championship. She had opportunities, never won it, and now she finally gets it. That's a story because everybody, WWE heard it. People want Chelsea Green. And Io Sky and Liv Morgan, they've been facing each other multiple times. So, yeah, there was a story in every match. Not every match, but there was a little stories for the, even for Dominic and Daniels, and little stories like that. Not the best ones, but there was stories. There was build-up. That's why they do it for months. For the rivalry. Sometimes they wrestle for 3 times in a pay-per-view. That's why Oba Femi faced Brock Lesnar like 3 times. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got all the people in my Persona cards for the SummerSlam Series 2. I already got most of them I need. Like, I wanted Sean Flair. I needed Jimmy Uso because I got the old school Jey Uso. But there's a Rhea Ripley in there, and there's an 03 Batista. I already have a Batista, but it would be cool because I have an Evolution Batista. Evolution tag team made. But yeah, and I got Unmasked Kane. I got like 3 of them. No, I got 2 of them. Never mind. 2 Masked Kanes and 3 Masked Kanes. Why do we need so many Masked Kanes? Why do we need so many Kanes? Oh my god. Stop giving me the same people. I need different people. So I can't wait for what's the next login award, because I already got Brock Lesnar. I'm not going to use them very much because I already have 2 Brock Lesnars for my universe modes. I have the showcase one. Everybody's complaining about showcase, that everything they have. I want to see if mine is like that. That got deleted, or they had to start all over because I think the outage of the consoles made their game take all their saves. But I don't know, that's just PlayStation or that's Xbox as well. I didn't have a problem with it. I still have my CM Punk getting his shot of the World Heavyweight title on my old school. Yeah, let's check it out. I don't think I have the problem. I think I checked this once and didn't have a problem with it. Well, I am excited to watch Raw tonight. See the new champions. See what happens with Big Cass. What is he going to be doing on Monday Night Raw? We're going to see will Enzo come in. Because people want to know, is he taking somebody's spot in the Intercontinental Championship division, or will he be in the Tag Team division if Enzo shows up? I'd rather have him win the Tag Team titles first, because his singles run last time didn't really go so well. Nobody really cared for him. When he had his rivalries with Daniel Bryan and all that stuff, nobody really cared about him. He was a great tag team. I want to see him win the tag team titles first. I got something in my eye. I want him to win some tag team titles first, and then see if he could be a singles wrestler. He didn't really last long as a singles wrestler because of what happened to him and why he got released. Didn't last long. So my showcase is fine. I got all my showcase stuff. I don't know why other people are having problems with their showcase. Could be PlayStation, because I remember I checked the outage and what's working and what's not working, and what's working is save games. You should keep your save games, and that's what it had a green check mark saying that it's not affected of the outage. Other things was just mostly when you sign in, you can't go in any games. You can't get in any games. You can't play no games. That's the only thing that's really affected. I don't know about PlayStation. I don't know anything about PlayStation stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I enjoyed SummerSlam. This is my Night 1 and Night 2 SummerSlam results. And now we got Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Monday Night Raw. Can't wait. So excited. And ladies and gentlemen, I go to TNA for both nights. I think on the 28th and the 29th. Still have a lot of days to wait for. It's only in the beginning of August still. It's the 3rd. So I still have a lot of time. I don't even know who's wrestling. I didn't know who's wrestling. I didn't know who's wrestling. Because they didn't tell us who was wrestling. So I don't know who's wrestling. My dog is giving me a weird look. Hi. Hi. Why are you giving me that look? What did I do wrong? I think I did something wrong. keeps looking at me. Who watched the new Spider-Man movie? There's a new Spider-Man movie that the aftermath of the last movie where MJ everybody forgot who Peter Parker is because he messed up and he had to use Doctor Strange's wish thing to make everybody not remember who he is. Because I think there's the Hulk in there, the Punisher, the guy that was Shane in Walking Dead was in there. So that's pretty cool. I don't know who else is in there. I hate waking up. I hate waking up because I'm still tired. I'm still tired, man. I'm still tired. Doesn't matter waking up, it means I'm so tired. I don't like it. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. See you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw results. Time is out. Bye-bye.